The weakest, slowest, most often underestimated young man, yet he becomes the strongest warrior. This isn't just luck. This is the legend of heroes, hot-blooded. This series was produced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of its author, Jin Yong. Across 30 episodes, there's a brother's betrayal, a sacred text coveted by all warriors, and a decision that leads a mother to choose death for her son's cause. This isn't just any drama, it's the 2024 version of The Legend of the Condor Heroes. Let's begin. The story begins when two boys named Guo Jing and Tolui were frequently bullied by their playmates. That was when a group of people appeared to help them. They were known as the Seven Freaks of Jiangnan. For reasons unknown, they deliberately rescued the boys to train them as martial arts experts. At that time, the martial arts world was in turmoil. The Black Wind twin evils, consisting of Mei Feng and his partner Chen Xuanfeng, killed many people with great cruelty. This murderous duo encountered the Seven Freaks, and in the midst of the chaos, young Guo Jing accidentally stabbed Mei Feng's partner in a vital pressure point, which ultimately led to his death. Mei Feng himself fled after being wounded in the eye. However, unfortunately, one of them had to die in the fight. From that point on, Guo Jing trained even more seriously in martial arts to avenge his master's death. Unfortunately, Guo Jing was not a bright student. He was very slow to learn. Even as an adult, his masters remained pessimistic after seeing that Guo Jing showed no significant progress. Nevertheless, the martial artists continued to train Guo Jing diligently. During their conversation, it was revealed that the reason they were teaching Guo Jing was because they had made an agreement with priest Chu Ji of the Quanzhen Sect to reunite Guo Jing with his foster brother, young Kang, once they had reached adulthood. One day, Guo Jing met priest Ma Yu, the first disciple of the Quanzhen Sect. Ma Yu identified the reason for Guo Jing's slow progress in his studies and then taught him a method of mental cultivation which significantly improved his martial arts skills. Guo Jing even managed to injure his teacher. The masters grew suspicious, so they followed Guo Jing and discovered that his new training ground was Mei Feng's hideout. They assumed Guo Jing's new master was Mei Feng. However, priest Ma Yu appeared and offered an explanation. Just then, Mei Feng showed up and they all got into a fight. The battle ended with Mei Feng fleeing after Guo Jing managed to injure him. As the time for the duel drew near, the masters told Guo Jing to leave first while they searched for Mei Feng. On the way, he encountered a beggar named Rong, who was being confronted for stealing food. Guo Jing intervened and paid off Rong's debt. He even treated Rong to a lavish meal until she was satisfied. He also gave her money and his fur coat. Guo Jing was even willing to give away his beloved horse without hesitation. Rong was deeply moved by Guo Jing's kindness. At a matchmaking tournament held by Mu Yi for his son Mu Nianxi, an arrogant prince named Wanyan Kang appeared. He defeated Mu Nianxi and his father, but he had no intention of marrying him and only took one of his shoes. Guo Jing confronted him, but he was no match for Wanyan Kang. Just as Wanyan Kang was about to injure Guo Jing with a move from Mei Feng, Wang Chuyi, the younger brother of Chu Ji, Wanyan Kang's master, arrived. Wanyan Kang feared that his forbidden move from Mei Feng would be reported to his master. He ordered his 4 bodyguards to kill the monk.
Wang Chuyi was severely injured by poison. Guo Jing tried to find an antidote, but all the pharmacies had run out because the royal court had bought them all up. Rong sent a letter asking Guo Jing to meet her. When they met, Guo Jing was surprised to see that Rong was no longer a filthy beggar, but a beautiful woman.
Knowing Guo Jing's predicament, Rong took him to the palace to find medicine. At the palace, they parted ways. Guo Jing reached the medicine room and managed to force the guard to give him the medicine. However, the guard locked him inside the room. There was a large snake coiled around Guo Jing. In a panic, Guo Jing bit and sucked the snake's blood until it died. His body became extremely hot. It turned out that Wuang had been feeding the snake a strength-enhancing potion for decades. Its blood increased his internal cultivation by 20 years in just one night. However, because Guo Jing was a bit of a dimwit, he didn't realize that his strength had increased drastically.
While searching for Rong, Guo Jing saw Mu Yi and his daughter being held captive. It was revealed that Mu Yi was actually his own adoptive uncle, Yang Tie-shin. Guo Jing intended to free them, but he was stopped because they wanted to seek justice for Moon Yanxi. Liang Zawang spotted Guo Jing and intended to drain his blood. Guo Jing, whose strength had increased, managed to evade Liang Zawang. Guo Jing accidentally took refuge in the home of Wanyan Kang's mother, who is now the wife of Wanyan Honglie, the sixth prince of the Jin dynasty. Guo Jing overheard a secret conversation. It turned out that Wanyan Kang's mother was the lawful wife of his adoptive uncle, Yang Tie-shin, and Wanyan Kang was their biological son. This meant that Wanyan Kang's real name was Yang Kang, and he was his adoptive brother. And from now on, we'll refer to Wanyan Kang as Young Kang, even though he actually resents that name. It's a name he only heard after 18 years of enjoying the comforts of palace life. Meanwhile, Wanyan Honglie was the mastermind behind the events that led to his father's murder and his uncle's fall into the ravine. It turned out that Yang Tie-shin had overheard the entire conversation. After Wanyan Honglie left, he went inside. At first, his wife didn't realize who was standing before her. However, after Yang Tie-shin explained the situation, she finally realized that her husband was not dead. After decades, Yang Tie-shin finally reunited with his wife. When Yang Kang arrived, he became enraged upon hearing his mother's explanation. He intended to kill his own biological father, but Guo Jing stopped him. Yang Kang's mother, upset by her son's behavior, attempted suicide. Seeing this, Yang Tie-shin immediately carried his injured and unconscious wife. Yang Kang and the royal troops gave chase. Just as Yang Tie-shin was about to be killed, Chu Ji arrived to stop Yang Kang. He regretted having a disobedient disciple like Yang Kang, who had even gone so far as to poison him. Yang Tie-shin ultimately chose to take his own life, followed by his wife. That night, Yang Kang came to pay his respects to his mother. Priest Chu intended to kill him, but was stopped by Guo Jing, who argued that Yang Kang was his uncle's only heir. Wanyan Kang was devastated. Moon Yanxi, who had now become Yang Kang's stepsister, came to comfort him. Chu Chongji intended to fulfill Yang Tiexin's final wish before his death, which was to arrange a marriage between Guo Jing and Mun Yanci. However, Guo Jing refused this match because he had already been betrothed by Genghis Khan to his own daughter. Furthermore, he loved Huang Rong more than anyone else. When the 7 freaks of Jiangnan discovered that Huang Rong was the daughter of the Eastern heretic, Huang Yaoshi, they forced Guo Jing to swear never to see her again. In this difficult situation, Huang Rong arrived and took Guo Jing away. Huang Rong asked Guo Jing why he didn't want to be betrothed to Mun Yanci or Genghis Khan's daughter. Guo Jing honestly admitted that his heart belonged only to Huang Rong, and Huang Rong confessed the same feelings.
After this incident, Priest Chu and the 7 freaks agreed to cancel the duel between Guo Jing and young Kang. Priest Chu openly admitted his defeat, even though the duel had been canceled. He judged that Guo Jing had become a brave and virtuous man, whereas young Kang had become a traitor to the state and had renounced his father. Meanwhile, Mun Yanci invited young Kang to return to her village. She gave him Ya Tiexin's iron spear as a keepsake. Although her father had arranged for her to marry Guo Jing before his death, Mun Yanci knew that Guo Jing already had someone he loved and would not marry her. She simply acknowledged that her father also approved of Yang Kang, who had won the matchmaking contest. Yang Kang, touched by Mun Yanci's sincerity, promised to marry her after he had settled his affairs.
Guo Jing and Huang Rong's journey continued until they met Hong Qigong, the northern beggar, one of the 5 greats. He was known for his voracious appetite. The sharp-witted Hong Rong immediately took advantage of the situation. She would cook the most delicious meal in exchange for teaching Guo Jing the 18 dragon-subduing palms. At first, the northern beggar was hesitant, especially since Guo Jing was a bit slow. But since food comes first, he agreed. However, he did not take him on as an official disciple.
Huang Rong and Guo Jing encountered Tului's entourage, which was under attack by the Jin army. They managed to drive off the Jin soldiers, but Hua Zheng, Genghis Khan's daughter who had been betrothed to Guo Jing, was injured. Huang Rong felt jealous and envious, seeing how close Hua Zheng was to Guo Jing. Because of her jealousy, she left without saying goodbye to Guo Jing. Guo Jing went to Peach Blossom Island in search of Huang Rong. However, he was trapped by a maze created by the Eastern heretic, Huang Yaoshi, Huang Rong's father, and one of the 5 greats. Guo Jing met Zhou Botong, the old imp, a fellow disciple of central divine Huang Changyang, who was the strongest of the 5 greats. It turned out that Zhou Botong had been trapped on the island by Huang Yaoshi for 15 years. Finding Guo Jing to be a good fit, Zhou Botong adopted him as a brother and taught him his signature move, the ambidextrous technique, which allows the user to perform 2 different moves with the left and right hands simultaneously, as if 2 people were fighting.
At that moment, Ouyang Feng, the Western Venom, one of the 5 greats, arrived with his nephew, Ouyang Ke. They intended to propose to Huang Rong. Not long after, Hong Qigong also arrived. He too intended to propose to Huang Rong on Guo Jing's behalf, since he had officially adopted both of them as his disciples.
Huang Yaoshi held 3 trials to determine who was worthy of marrying Huang Rong, Guo Jing, or Ouyang Ke. The first trial was a treetop duel without the use of inner energy. Guo Jing won because Ouyang Ke fell first. The second trial was a musical contest. Huang Yaoshi admitted that in this round, Guo Jing was superior in concentration and internal energy, but Ouyang was better in music, so this round was considered a draw. The third trial, memorizing the notes of Huang Yaoshi's late wife. Ouyang could only recall a little. It turned out that Guo Jing had memorized the entire manuscript because its contents were identical to the book he had studied under Zhou Tong. That book was the 9 Yin Manual, which was coveted by the martial arts world, including Ouyang Feng. Huang Yaoshi became furious and accused Guo Jing of stealing the book. Zhou Tong appeared and explained that Guo Jing was not the thief. He then destroyed the only copy of the 9 Yin Manual. Now, the only person who knew the contents of the manual by heart was Guo Jing. So, by taking Guo Jing as his son-in-law, Huang Yaoshi could also get the manual back. But Huang Yaoshi was upset. Instead, he called off Huang Rong's engagement. As they were leaving the island, the ship carrying Guo Jing, Hong Qigong, and Zhou Tong sprang a leak and exploded. Huang Rong witnessed the incident. However, the explosion threw her into the sea. Huang Rong washed ashore on an island. There, she found Hong Qigong, who was severely injured, as well as Ouyang. Before the ship exploded, it turned out that the northern beggar had been involved in a fight with Ouyang Feng. He was poisoned, causing him to lose his inner strength and become weak. To counter the pressure from Ouyang, Hong Qigong taught Huang Rong the Beggar Sect's dog-beating staff technique. In his weakened state, he appointed Huang Rong as his successor to lead the Beggar Sect. Using her wits, Huang Rong caused a large boulder to fall on Ouyang leg. Guo Jing and Ouyang Feng arrived on the island and helped remove the boulder. However, Ouyang leg was left crippled. They all eventually managed to return safely to land. Guo Jing and Huang Rong accidentally overheard Wanyan Honglia's plan to enlist the help of the Western Venom in searching for the military strategy manual left behind by the legendary general Yu Fei. They immediately headed to the location mentioned by Wanyan Honglie. They found the place, a cave behind a waterfall. Guo Jing guarded the spot, while Huang Rong went to lure the guards away from there. Soon after that, Wanyan Honglie's group arrived at the location. Ouyang Feng and Yang Kang entered the cave behind the waterfall. Guo Jing fought against Ouyang Feng. Unexpectedly, he was stabbed from behind by Yang Kang. Guo Jing was devastated that his foster brother had betrayed him. Yang Kang managed to find the box containing the military manuals and handed it over to Wanyan Honglie. However, when it was opened, the box turned out to be empty. In the cave, Huang Rong found Guo Jing severely injured. She carried Guo Jing to a hidden chamber and performed a core energy transfer for 7 days. At the hideout, they saw Yang Kang kill Ouyang, who was harassing Moon Yanxi. After Yang Kang left, Huang Yaoshi was seen arriving at the scene, and not long after, the 7 freaks, Guo Jing's masters, also arrived. Huang Yaoshi intended to kill them all because they had blinded Mei Cho Feng and killed her husband. Seeing his masters in distress, Guo Jing, who had not yet recovered, emerged from his hiding place and blocked Huang Yaoshi. Huang Rong also came out and helped stop her father. When Huang Yaoshi saw that his daughter was safe, his attitude softened. He even helped treat Guo Jing's wounds. He no longer blamed Guo Jing for the 9 Yin Manual, having met Zhou Tong and received an explanation. Moreover, he decided to put an end to his feud with the 7 freaks. And surprisingly, Huang Yaoshi now gave Huang Rong permission to be with Guo Jing. At the hideout, Huang Rong found a painting of Yu Yifei that turned out to reveal the location where the military manual was hidden. They went to that place and successfully retrieved the manual. On their journey, they encountered Ku Jena, who was in a rage. Ku Jena revealed that the other masters had been killed by Huang Yaoxi during their visit to Peach Blossom Island. However, Hong Qigong managed to calm the situation. He suspected that the murders had been staged. Guo Jing and Huang Rong rushed to the island, only to find Guo Jing's masters' bodies. Guo Jing was furious and cut ties with Huang Rong. During a fight, young Kang and his guards captured Ke Jena and intended to exchange him for General Yu Fei's military strategy book, which was in Guo Jing's possession. Just then, Zhou Botong and Huang Rong arrived. Huang Rong took Ke Jena to a safer place and gave her medicine. While they were resting, Wan Yen Honglei arrived. Huang Rong cleverly managed to expose Yang Kang and Ouyang Feng as the true killers of the 5 Gangnan freaks on Peach Blossom Island. She also exposed Yang Kang as the murderer of Ouyang Ku, Ouyang Feng's nephew. Enraged that his secret had been exposed, Yang Kang attacked Huang Rong, but he was instead wounded by the soft hedgehog armor she was wearing. This armor had previously been contaminated with snake venom from the 4th Master's attack before he died. Yang Kang could not be saved, as there was no antidote for Ouyang Feng's snake venom. To protect Ke Jen, Huang Rong agreed to go with Ouyang Feng to explain the contents of the 9 Yin manual. Guo Jing and Chu Chu Ji later found Ke Jen, who felt deeply remorseful for having falsely accused Huang Yaoxi. They then buried Yang Kang.
Guo Jing and the Beggar Sect search for Huang Rong, but are unable to find her. Eventually, he returns to the Mongolian mainland to see his mother. In Mongolia, he is appointed a general by Genghis Khan and given 10,000 troops to overthrow the Jin dynasty. In Mongolia, with the help of the Beggar Sect, Guo Jing manages to meet Huang Rong, who has escaped from Ouyang Feng. And thanks to Huang Rong's ingenuity and by following the instructions in General Yu Fei's book on military strategy, Guo Jing succeeded in defeating the Jin forces and capturing Wanyan Honglei. However, Huang Rong was deeply disappointed and left Guo Jing upon learning that he had failed to annul his arranged marriage to Huajiang. Once again, Guo Jing must search for Huang Rong. He encounters Ouyang Feng, who tells him that Huang Rong has been sucked into the sand and killed. Guo Jing is devastated, and he is even more devastated when his mother commits suicide right in front of him. His mother does not want Guo Jing to be pressured by Genghis Khan, who has ordered an attack on the Song dynasty, his homeland. Guo Jing eventually leaves the Mongols in a state of depression. Guo Jing, dressed in Mongolian clothing, is attacked by the Song people. However, he was saved by Ku Jen and Chu Chu Ji. They later met Mu Nyanqi, who was already pregnant. Mu Nyanqi asked Guo Jing to name Yang Kang's child. Guo Jing named the child Yang Guo, hoping that the child would one day reform and atone for his father's, Yang Kang's, mistakes. Guo Jing meets Reverend Yideng, or the Southern Emperor, one of the 5 greats, who enlightens him, helping him realize his life's purpose. Guo Jing's spirits were lifted once again.
he decides to return to Mongolia to ask Genghis Khan to call off the Mongol invasion of the Song dynasty. In Mongolia, he saw Rong, who turns out to be alive and held captive by Ouyang Feng. After freeing Rong, they head to Mount Hua to participate in the second duel. There, the northern beggar and the eastern heretic were present, while the western poison Ouyang Feng had gone mad because Rong explained the 9 yin manual backwards. The southern emperor, now known as Reverend Yi Deng, had renounced worldly affairs, and the central divine Wang Chongyang had passed away. They decided to test Guo Jing's abilities as the new challenger. Guo Jing, who was initially considered weak, slow, and even foolish, eventually became one of the strongest martial artists. He not only mastered the 18 dragon-subduing palms, but also the 9 yin manual and General Yu Fei's war strategies book. But the journey isn't over yet. In the next series, The Return of the Condor Heroes, we'll see the conflict between the Mongols and the Song dynasty intensify, as well as the emergence of a new generation, including young Guo, the son of Munyanxi and Kang, who will take center stage. How about it? Are you satisfied with this short recap? If you want to know what happens next, give us a like and leave a comment to keep us motivated to create more. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on other exciting storylines. See you in the next video.